Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chris. If you've been following the channel, you know that I've been trying to put together a full graded run of the original Marvel Star Wars comic book series that ran from 1977 to roughly 1986. And I'm trying to get it in the best grade possible, which is a huge challenge. There are 107 standard issues, 1 to 107, plus there were 3 annuals and also 4 Return of the Jedi comics in that run. There were also a bunch of Whitman variants. If you don't know what Whitman variants are, they were multi-pack variants with no UPC symbols, and they were also had special diamond price tags up the upper left-hand corner. And there was a whole bunch of those, and also there were a lot of direct editions, which were editions that were sold directly to specialty shops like comic book stores. So it's a big challenge to get that run in really high grade. Not only is it expensive, but there are a lot of books to find, and it can really get overwhelming. So for me, I'm not really looking for specific, whether it's newsstand or direct edition. Usually, by the mid 80s, they were running about around 50-50. Half of them were direct, half of them were newsstand. Just really concerned about condition. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Whitmans. When I was a kid and when I collected Star Wars comics, the Whitmans were kind of like the reprints of the day. You would go to a grocery store and they would be packed in a plastic bag, and you get 3 different comics and you pull them out and you read them. But even back then, I knew what they were. A lot of people are putting a lot more value on those today, though. But for me, they were the reprint of the time, and I really wanted the real edition with the UPC symbol and the square box on it as well for the issue number. But till then, I'm still plugging away, buying books here and there when I can. I did have, I should say, 2 full runs of a raw set. One that was more of a reader set, and the other one that was more of a much better graded copy set. And so far I've graded a bunch of those books already, and some of them did really well. I got a couple of 9.8s, but for the most part they were mostly 9.0s or better. A couple of 8.5s in there, and a 1.80 that I knew was going to be an 8.0. But for the most part, the condition wasn't where I really wanted them to be. Still good, don't get me wrong, a 9.0 or better in a book is very, very good, especially books that came out that long ago. But when it comes to value, some of those books aren't worth a whole lot of money to a lot of people. So you could spend more money getting it graded than the book is actually worth. So you got to be really, really careful, especially when it gets a lower grade. You almost can't get rid of those books at that point. In fact, I've got like 30 Star Wars books that are lower grade that I can't get rid of because I've put way too much money into them. And if I sold them, I'd have to sell them for a loss. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'd rather just kind of keep them and just hold on to them for a while to see if the price of those books will go up at some point down the line, and maybe break even, hopefully. Got about $45 into each of those books, and a lot of them just aren't really worth that much. But so we'll see what happens. But this week, I got a really nice one. So let me show you what I got. It is Star Wars number 44. It's also The Empire Strikes Back. It's the Luke and Vader battle. Pretty cool here. CGC 9.8. Got this at a really good price. I was kind of surprised. It was funny, I went to MegaCon one year, and one of the sellers had this book for like $350, and offered him about $3.25. Actually, I offered him like $2.75 because at that point that's kind of all it was worth. And sometimes when you go to a convention, the books are priced accordingly because the sellers want to make some of their money back. So wouldn't take the offer. Made me an offer of $3.25, and I said no. So I ended up walking around the convention, ended up going back, and ended up offering the seller $300 for the book, and they still wouldn't take it. So I kind of walked away. Paid $200 for this one. So actually, I'm glad I waited. Got a really good price, and not only that, it's the newsstand edition. So that's even cooler. So really excited to get a nice newsstand in a 9.8. There's a look at the front. There's a look at the back. It's also got the new, the barcode on the back. So it's a newly graded book. So we all know that CGC's been a little bit harsh lately on their grading. So the fact that it's a newly graded book makes me feel really good, and great addition to the collection. And that's it for today, guys. We're getting closer to 107, approaching the halfway point. So hopefully within the next couple of months, we'll break halfway, and we'll be in a really good spot. I had a 4-year plan for this project, and almost 2 years in, about 18 months in, and we're in the 40s. We've got a little more than 40 of the 107, so in a 9.8, which is pretty good. So we're doing pretty well and having a lot of fun doing it too. So until next time, thanks guys. We will have another one probably next Wednesday, and a low number Star Wars in a 9.8. So stay tuned for that one. That one should be a whole lot of fun. Until then, have a great day. See you later. Stay safe, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.